Hey everyone, Coach Curtis Phelan here, Results Life and Business Coach. So, business coaches, your prospect and business owners, your prospect Googled you before they responded to any of your messages. What they found either sold them or lost them before they even spoke to you. Do you know which one it was? Okay. So here's a number that should change the way you think about every piece of content you have ever created for your business. Okay. Over 70% of buyers research a service provider online before they ever make any kind of contact or response. Not after, before. Okay. Which means by the time your prospect responds to your DM, right, or clicks your ad, or picks up your phone call, right, or calls you, right, they've already made sorry, I'm still a little sick. The preliminary decision about whether you are credible, okay, whether you are the real thing, and whether you are worth the risk. Okay. And if your online presence does not answer those questions clearly and compellingly, um, you're you're not losing your prospects in the sales conversation. You're losing them before the conversation even starts. Does that make sense? Okay. So let me describe what most coaches and business owners' online presence actually communicates to a prospect. Okay. So what happens is they find a social media profile that has not been updated consistently, right? A bio that describes what the person does in a process terms, right? Rather than results terms. They see a feed of posts that range from, personal to professional with no clear thread connecting them all, right? They're just kind of random, like whatever you feel like posting about today or sharing, right? Maybe maybe a website that's not been touched since it was built 3 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever. None of this says this person is incompetent, but it does say this person has not built authority in my space. Okay. It says, I'm not sure exactly what they do or who they do it for. And it says, I don't know if they're working at the level that I would need them to work at to help me, right? And in a world where, prospects have 10 other options that they could be researching right now, right? It's like it's insane. That ambiguity is enough to lose them before they even, like, if they don't see that right away very clearly, that's enough to lose them before they even talk to you. They can just move on to somebody else that has figured that out. Okay. So that's a big challenge, especially for coaches and business owners these days. And the coaches and business owners who convert at the highest rates are not necessarily the most talented, right? They're the ones whose online presence does one specific job before any human interaction ever happens, right? It makes the prospect feel like they already know you, right? They already know this person already. They trust this person and they already want to work with this person, right? So if you don't have that, you're going to struggle. So let me show you four things a prospect needs to see, right, before they'll trust you enough to start a conversation with you, all right? So the first thing is they need to see that you understand their problem better than they do. Not that you can solve it, right? That you understand it. Okay? When your content speaks directly to what they're experiencing right now when they're looking you up, they feel seen. Like this person gets me, right? And feeling seen, it creates trust faster than any credentials that you could list on your website or in your articles or your ads or whatever, okay? Second, they need to see proof that you have solved this problem for people like them, not testimonials with no content, like, sorry, no context to them, right? Specific results, specific types of clients, you know, specific numbers before and after, right? The more specific the proof, the more transferable the trust, if that makes sense. So the more specific the proof, the more transferable the trust is, okay? Third thing, okay, is they need to see consistency, not perfection, consistency. A feed that shows you're showing up regularly with the same message, the same positioning, the same focus, right? Consistency communicates that you are serious about what you do, okay? And fourth, they need a clear next step. People need to be led. They need to know, what do I do next, okay? I literally just, maybe an hour and a half ago, I got a message from someone I spoke to that, they want to get started tomorrow, actually, with our program, our business coaching program, and they were like, "What's the next step?" Right? Even though I told them, they're like, "What's the next step?" You need to tell them, you need to lead them. So they need a clear next step, not just a link to a website, not a call to action buried in your caption, right? A simple, low risk invitation to start a conversation, a keyword to comment, a question to answer, something that feels like a natural first move rather than a commitment. Like, what's the next step? I get that a lot. Like, okay, I'm ready. What's the next step? Kind of like what that gentleman messaged me, right? Send me this, send me that. What's the next step, right? So, in a couple of weeks, I'm running a free workshop specifically designed for business coaches to build the kind of online authority that sells before you say a single word to a business owner, okay? So drop the word presence in the comments right now, and my team will send you the details to register for the free workshop in a couple of weeks, okay? Your online presence is working for you or against you right now, and you're not even aware of it, okay? After this workshop, it will only be working for you, okay? So drop presence now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or maybe later, okay?